Take a slow, gentle breath in, and exhale softly. Allow the weight of the day to melt from your shoulders. Let your thoughts drift, like mist on a still lake. You are safe here. You are warm, and you are ready to rest. Imagine a soft sound in the distance. The gentle patter of rain against an old stone window. The kind of rain that doesn't hurry. It falls tenderly, playfully, tapping at rooftops and trickling down cobblestones. Let that sound fill your imagination now. Each drop, a heartbeat of the world. Each drop, a whisper to your soul. Our story tonight begins in a faraway land where the sky often wore a crown of silver clouds. It is the 13th century, and the hills are wrapped in the hush of early spring. Mist curls along the meadows, and wildflowers lean gently beneath the falling rain. There, riding slowly through the fog, is a lone knight, not a warrior of battle, nor a servant of kings, but a wanderer called Sir Kale of the quiet fields. His armor is old, dulled by time and peace, and hanging from his saddle is a small goblet made of purest silver, polished to a moonlit gleam. He rides with his visor lifted, feeling the cool rain kiss his face. Each drop that touches his cheek feels alive, as though the sky itself is whispering secrets meant only for him. He reaches out, catches one on his gloved palm, and smiles. Sir Kale believes what the old alchemists once taught, that every drop of rain holds a fragment of the heavens, that within water, the soul of the sky descends to earth, seeking harmony, seeking home. And so, he wanders, from castle to meadow, from forest to stream, collecting raindrops, not for gold, nor glory, but for peace. The road beneath his horse is soft with mud, and the rhythm of hooves becomes steady and slow, like a lullaby. In the distance, a bell tolls faintly, the kind of sound that folds into the air and disappears before it reaches the heart. It is evening, and the world is bathed in soft blue light. Sir Kale dismounts beside a quiet stream and kneels upon the damp grass. He holds his goblet up to the sky. Raindrops fall into it, one by one, delicate and precise, making tiny silver rings ripple across its surface. He listens to the water, to the wind, to the faint sigh of the earth as it drinks from the heavens. Once, he had been a knight of war, his sword heavy, his heart heavier. But now, his quest is different. He seeks the sound of stillness. He seeks the soft pulse of life between the storms. He closes his eyes, and for a moment, he feels it, the calm beyond thought, the quiet that lingers when one listens deeply enough. In the distance, thunder murmurs, gentle and low, like the earth speaking in its sleep. A breeze carries the scent of wet leaves and iron from his armor. Everything glistens, the trees, the stones, the droplets on the horse's mane. Even time itself seems to slow. Breathing in rhythm with the rain, Sir Kale whispers to himself, every drop has a soul. Every soul seeks rest. He tips the goblet, watching the water shimmer within, and though the world moves around him, wind-bending reeds, the soft trickle of the stream, he feels perfectly still, perfectly safe, perfectly here. He gathers the rain until the goblet is nearly full, and then, with quiet reverence, he pours it into the earth. The soil drinks it eagerly, darkening beneath his touch. To him, this is the offering. A circle of sky returning to soil. Above and below, one. No more war, no more division, only balance. The rain begins to ease, the drops slowing like the fading notes of a song. The clouds drift apart, and moonlight spills across the field, pale and tender, washing everything in silver calm. The knight mounts his horse once more. He rides slowly toward a grove of birches where he will rest. The branches shimmer, each leaf trembling softly, as though whispering blessings upon his journey. And as you listen, perhaps you can feel it too, the same rhythm that lives in the falling rain. A peace that flows through you, quietly, endlessly, a reminder that stillness can be found even in the storm. So let your breathing match that rhythm now. In and out, in and out. Like rain meeting earth, like peace meeting sleep. And as the night fades into the mist, the sound of his footsteps blends with the drizzle, and you drift deeper, deeper into calm, deeper into the dream that waits. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If these stories bring you comfort, please consider liking and subscribing for more peaceful nights. Sleep well. Take another breath, in through your nose and out through your lips, slow as falling rain. The night has deepened now. The air feels softer, cooler, carrying the scent of pine and earth, of wood smoke and wet moss. Sir Kale's horse walks carefully beneath the trees, hooves pressing gently into the soaked soil. The forest hums around them, 1,000 quiet sounds blending into one peaceful voice. Each raindrop that still clings to a leaf trembles in the faint moonlight, round and perfect as a pearl. When it falls, it lands with the tiniest sigh, joining the puddles below with a sound like whispered laughter. The night listens. He always listens, because every sound, every rustle, every droplet is a reminder that the world is alive and kind. In the distance, faintly through the fog, he sees a small glimmer of light, a lantern swaying in the breeze. He follows it slowly until the forest opens onto an ancient path of worn stones. At its end, a monastery stands silent beneath the rain. Its windows glow with warm candlelight, flickering softly like fireflies caught in glass. Sir Kale dismounts and ties his horse beneath an awning. He walks toward the arched wooden door and knocks 3 times, gentle, respectful, patient. Moments later, the door opens with a sigh, and an old monk peers out. His robes are simple, his beard silver white, his eyes calm as still water. "Peace upon you, traveler," the monk murmurs. "And upon you," replies the knight, bowing his head. "I seek only shelter, and perhaps a quiet corner for thought." The monk smiles, stepping aside. "Then you have come to the right place. Here, even the rain prays in silence." The words fall into the knight's heart like soft embers. He follows the monk through stone corridors, lined with candles and tapestries faded by time. Each flame flickers in rhythm with the rain outside, as if the two are breathing together, fire and water, sky and earth. The hall leads to a small chapel. Inside, the air smells faintly of beeswax and old wood. At the center stands a simple basin, collecting rainwater that drips through a narrow crack in the roof. The drops fall one by one, perfectly spaced plink, 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 into the still pool below. Sir Kale steps closer, mesmerized. The surface ripples gently, catching the candlelight in trembling halos. It looks like liquid silver, a mirror to the heavens above. The monk's voice is a whisper beside him. Each drop that falls is a gift of the sky. The old ones used to say that the rain carries not only water, but memory, the breath of clouds, the songs of winds, the quiet sighs of those who once looked up and dreamed. The knight gazes into the basin. He sees his reflection blur and shimmer, as though the water itself is dreaming. "Then each drop I collect," he murmurs, "is a memory of peace." The monk nods. "And every time you let it return to the earth, you give that peace a place to rest." Silence folds around them, deep, complete. Only the gentle tapping of rain remains, like the ticking of a soft clock that counts neither hours nor years. Sir Kale feels something release within him, like the slow loosening of a tightened string. The weight of the past, of battles, of regrets, begins to dissolve into the rhythm of the falling rain. He kneels before the basin and dips his silver goblet into the water. The surface breaks, then calms again. He watches tiny ripples spread and fade, like thoughts drifting away before sleep. The monk places a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Rest here tonight, Sir Knight. Let the rain keep watch while you dream." So he does. He lies upon a cot near the chapel window, wrapped in a woolen blanket. Outside, the rain continues its soft song. It runs down the stone walls, tracing paths like liquid light. The air is cool against his skin, but the fire nearby glows warmly. As he closes his eyes, he thinks of the goblet, now filled once again, resting by the basin. And he imagines each raindrop whispering a blessing for the earth, for the sky, for peace. Sleep begins to settle upon him like a soft cloak. And perhaps you feel it too. The same slow drift into quiet. The same rhythm in your chest, steady, calm, unhurried. Let it take you now. Let the sound of rain become your breath. Let your thoughts fade into the gentle hush of distant thunder. The world grows softer still. The forest hums like a lullaby, and the night, the one who collected raindrops, dreams beneath the watchful moon, his goblet glowing faintly beside him. The story continues, not in words, but in silence. In the simple truth that peace, like rain, always finds its way home. Good night, sweet dreams, and thank you for joining me here. If you found a moment of peace, I invite you to subscribe for more quiet journeys together. Sleep well. Breathe softly now. Let your chest rise and fall like waves on a sleeping sea. You are safe, you are calm, and the night still holds you gently. Sir Kale sleeps, but in dreams, the rain has not stopped. It falls through stars, instead of clouds, silver ribbons descending through the velvet dark. Each drop hums like a bell when it lands, pure and soft, echoing through a sky made of memory. He dreams he is standing again in the meadow where his journey began. Only now, the grass glows faintly beneath his feet, as if the earth itself remembers his touch. He lifts his goblet, and it fills without him, moving rain rising upward, drawn by invisible threads of light. The drops swirl and shimmer, forming shapes, faces, voices, moments long gone. A whisper floats through the air, not loud, not urgent, only true. Peace is not found, it is returned. The night breathes in the words. He feels them settle in his chest, warm and deep. Where old scars once lived, he finally understands. All his years of wandering were not about collecting the rain, but learning how to let it fall, how to let go. The dream fades like fog before dawn. Soft light spills through the chapel window, washing over his armor, his cloak, his hands. Outside, the rain has stopped. Only the quiet drip of water from eaves and leaves remains. A slow heartbeat, marking the birth of morning. He rises, wrapping his cloak around his shoulders. The monk is already awake, tending the hearth. The smell of baked bread and wild honey fills the air. You slept well, the monk says, his eyes kind and knowing. Sir Kale nods. There was rain in my dreams, he murmurs. Then it has blessed you, the monk replies. The night lifts his goblet once more. It is empty now, not a single drop remains. Yet when he holds it to the light, it gleams as though full, a reflection of all he has gathered and all he has given back. He steps outside, into the hush of morning. Mist curls above the grass. Birdsong trembles in the distance. And where his boots touch the earth, tiny pools of water catch the newborn sunlight, shining like small mirrors to the sky. He breathes in deeply, the scent of wet soil, new leaves, the faint sweetness of blooming clover. For the first time, his heart feels utterly still, not empty, not restless, just still, as if the entire world has paused to breathe with him. He looks toward the horizon where the rain clouds drift away, pale and gold-edged. He mounts his horse, the silver goblet at his side, and turns down the path toward the unknown. But now, he carries no burden. Only calm, only quiet, only peace. As he disappears into the dawn mist, his figure grows softer, dissolving into light, and the sound of his horse's hooves becomes the rhythm of your breath, steady, peaceful, endless. The world is quiet again. The story is complete. Now, let yourself rest. Let the weight of your own day fade away like mist in sunlight. You have gathered your own raindrops, small moments, small memories, gentle thoughts. And now, like Sir Kale, you can let them go. Let peace return to the earth of your heart. Let stillness become your armor, and let sleep kind, soft, silver sleep wrap around you like a cloak. The rain has stopped, the world breathes, and you drift into dreams.